Question number 22. Using fields from both tables, produce a tabular report that selects record where build year was after 2010, length is 40 or less. So in this question, we have to create a tabular report by using these instructions whichever are given. So whenever we create a report, it is much necessary that first you have to identify which questions will come in query and which questions will come in report. Because before creating a report, we have to create a query over here. Okay, so whichever criteria questions are there, condition based questions are there, those will come in queries. So let's solve. While solving, you will be more clear about it. So using fields from both tables, produce a tabular report that selects the build records where build year was after 2010 and length is 40 or less. So this is little bit, this is criteria based question. This will come in query. So just remember one thing, whenever you are supposed to create a report, first you should create a query. For that, first we'll start with this question because we need some fields in the query. So only the fields yacht name, builder name, type, length, price, build year, build country, slip, screw and total berths in this order with data and labels displayed in full. Do not group the data. So first we need to show this field. For that we have to create a query. Open this Access. Tables we have already imported in previous steps. Now how to create a query. For report first we have to create a query. For that click on create tab. In queries group select query wizard. New query dialog box will appear. Simple query wizard. Okay. After that, you can see whichever tables are there in your database will be displayed here. So maybe some fields are mixed from both the tables. So you can select any field from both the tables which are given in the question paper. So let's move to select those fields now. First should be yacht name, builder name. So yacht name you can see here in yacht table. I think builder name must be in builders table. So select builder name, builders table, then builder name, then type, length, price. So I think this are in yacht table. Type, then length, then price. Next is build year, build country and slip. Build year, build country, then slip screw. Next will be slips and then screw. Okay. So I think almost all fields we have selected. This total births in this order with data and labels. Total birth we have to calculate. We have to create at runtime. Okay. So I think all fields are selected now. Next, next. And what title do you want for your query? You can give the title which is given for the report here. Okay. And then finish. So we have created query over here with all the fields. Now next question here is, now what we can do is, now we can move to the second question for creating a new field at a runtime. Contains a new field called total births which is calculated at a runtime. This field will add the slips field to the crew field. Now how to create this new field? Open Access, open this query in design view, design view, and you can see here field names, yacht name, builder name, type, length, price, build year, build country, slip and crew. So wherever these fields are ending, just go to this new one, and here we are going to create a new field. Okay. So for that select this, contains a new field called total birth. So we have to create field with this name, right? So copy this field here. This is the field name. After that colon. Now what instruction is given? You can clearly see this field will add the slips field to the crew field. So we have to add slips field to crew field. So field name should always be in square bracket open, and then slips field, right? So select slips here, bracket close, and then we have to add it. So plus crew field. Done. So this expression we have written here for creating a new field. Now click on run. You can see here total births field has been created with by adding slips field plus crew field. You can see this. Okay. So now this is done. Now we can move to the select the records where criteria question. Build year was after 2010. So build year was after 2010 means build year we have to sort, we have to show only the data where build year is after 2010. For that, open in design view, build year. Now what is the question here? Build year was after 2010. After 2010 means greater than 2010. Okay, they haven't mentioned 2010 and greater than. Build year was after 2010. So it should, criteria should be greater than 2010. Done. And then click on run. You can see build year, all data is greater than 2010. Next is length is 40 or less. Now 40 or less means we have to include 40 also. Okay, we have to include 40 also and the numbers which are less than 40. So length field should be 40 or less. So again open this in design view and in length criteria we have to apply less than or equal to 40. This is less than or equal to 40 and then click on run. You can see length field 40 and less than 40 has been displayed. So this question is also done. This way almost all parts of query we have completed. Now we'll move to a report section. Sorting we'll do in report part. Even page orientation fits on a single page wide. These questions are done in report. So almost our query is done. So save this and close the query. Now we'll move to reports part. Okay. Now again for creating reports, click on create tab. In reports group, click on report wizard. Now you have to make sure that tables are there and the query which we created. Why we created query? So that whatever fields we want in the report should be retrieved separately and we can create a report of that. So we have to just create a query over here and we can select all the fields because all the fields we have already taken in query. After that next, next, again next, and now sorting part sorts the data into ascending order of type and then descending order of length. So type should be ascending and length should be descending. Just click here to make it descending. See, sorts the data into ascending order of type and descending order of length. So sorting is done. Next. Now orientation. See, has a page orientation of landscape. So select landscape. After that, what is next question? Fits on a single page wide. So fits on a single page wide. So wide it should fit on a single page and field should not go on second page. For that you just make sure that this checkbox is checked. Then next and here name of the report. So name of the report will be this. Includes the heading yachts less than 15 years old as a title displayed in a larger font size at the top of the page. So add this heading over here and then finish. So you can see report is created over here. Even though it is not, the layout is not that proper, data is not clearly visible, but report is created. So after creating report, we have to adjust that data. So open this in layout view. Now, as per this sequence, our report should be in the same sequence which with the fields which are given over here. So first is yacht name. So our first field should be yacht name. Okay. So you have to adjust it by either using mouse or the arrow keys, right left arrow keys. So that field should be in proper order. Okay. So yacht's name is the first field here. After yacht's name, builder name is there, right? Yacht's name, builder name, type and length. So we can shift this length little bit here. You can use arrow keys of your keyboard to shift this. Use arrow keys to shift. First field will be our yacht name. Second is builder name, right? So I'll just click mouse button and drag this builder name over here. You can shift this more here. This shifting can be done using arrow keys of your keyboard, left to right, wherever you want to shift. Okay. Just adjust this in proper layout. So yacht name, builder name, then type, and then length. Okay. Just make sure all data is clearly visible. No data should get skipped somewhere. After that, after length, price, build year, build country. So price, then build year. Build year should be clearly visible over here. Just drag this data a little bit here. And after that, build country, flip screw total births. Next is total births, right? So the slips data should be visible here. You just have to use left and right arrow keys of your keyboard so that you can shift the data and arrange it in proper layout or proper sequence as given in the question paper. Okay. And just make sure that all data is clearly visible. Proper spacing is there. Okay. Even field names should be properly visible. And I think so this way this data is clearly visible over here. Even it is arranged in proper order. You can see all data is clearly visible. Builder name, you can see here this data. You can shift. Okay. Need to went to move that side. And almost done now. Click on right. Just make sure this is visible. Now I think it is visible. Now all data is clearly visible. You can see here. So in this way we have created our first report. Still I think done. Now all done. All data is visible. Now you can see this report here. It is of how many pages? Just open print review and check. In print review, you can see all data is clearly visible. It fits on a single page wide, but it is going on two pages. You can keep it on two pages. It is not mentioned like all data it should fit on a single page. It should fit on a single page wide. Means field should not go on other page. So even you can adjust that by drag it up. Some space is there here. And shift this data up. This fields. This all can be done using your keyboard arrow keys up, down, right, left. They're very useful keys to make your data properly visible here. Okay. And we are done here. Now we'll again see one more time review. Now you can see still it is going on second page. I know issue. So this report we have done here. Almost all questions from this report has been done. Your name has your name, center number, candidate number in the footer of the report. So it displays on every page. Now what we have to do is we have to add our name, center number, candidate number in the page footer. So it should be displayed on every page of the document. So open this in design view. You can see page footer here. Here on this page footer. Why page footer? Because it should be displayed on every page of our document. If it is mentioned at the end of the report, then you can use report footer. So select label over here. And in this page footer, you can write your name, center number, candidate number, center number, and candidate number. Okay, save, view in layout view. You can see this name, center number, and candidate number is visible on every page of the document. Just open print review and check. On both the pages, it is visible, right? Done. Save. Next is save and print your report. So finally, we have done with this report. This is how our report will be displayed.